Introducing a whole new form of racing to the best online racing simulation in the world. This is Dirt Racing on iRacing.com. Race online at some of America's most legendary dirt tracks, including Eldora and Williams Grove. iRacing is the premier online racing game featuring NASCAR, IndyCar, sports cars, and now World of Outlaws, the leading sanctioning body for dirt racing. iRacing is easy to use and features a centralized ranking system to make sure you have the best experience at any skill level. With a massive inventory of high-precision laser scan tracks and cars with an unmatched dedication to quality and detail, iRacing gives you the most authentic online racing experience available. Thanks to iRacing's dynamic track system, developed specifically for dirt racing, tracks change over the course of a race, just like your favorite dirt track on a Friday or Saturday night. From a slick racing groove all the way up to the cushion, iRacing's dirt tracks deliver non-stop racing action. Partnered with the World of Outlaws, iRacing is your source for the most authentic dirt racing experience available, featuring 4 brand new tracks and 11 new cars, including street stocks, Legends cars, late models, NASCAR trucks, winged and non-winged sprint cars, with much more on the way. Join the Dirt Revolution on iRacing.com and start slinging mud today.
Horsepower isn't just for NASCAR. It's for your car. It's for off-road and the on-ramp. You need it when you're drifting. You want it when you're passing. Get more of it with a K&N high-flow air filter, designed to increase horsepower with up to 50% more airflow. Because whether your green light flashes here or here, everyone loves that fast car smell.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Digital Forge Broadcasting Network this Thursday night. It is week number 7 in the Tundra Super Sim Series. It takes us all the way out to the luscious Oxford Plains here, the wonderful, most difficult short track out there, this 3/8 mile track. And it'll be out here for 150 laps. These 30 cars will take it on here tonight for the HeightsPride.com 150. And I tell you what, after last week out at Irwindale, it definitely is a change of pace coming to this very, very small track. We're going to take a look here, and again, we're talking about the track information. We're going to bring it up on your screen. 3/8 mile track for you, 66 degrees in the air tonight. 72% humidity, a little bit overcast with a 71-degree track temperature. So it'll make it interesting here tonight and see which drivers prefer the lower inside groove and which drivers will take that outside groove and make it work. Coming into week number 7, talking about the series points. After Krikorian's win last week, it did help his cause to close the gap on Joe Schaefer Jr., as Joe Schaefer Jr. does still lead the series points by 37 points over second place David Krikorian. Samuel Roush moves up into third. Adam Benefiel, who I have not seen here tonight, didn't have a good qualifying run last season here, and I think he possibly got a little bit nervous and decided not to try Oxford Plains here tonight, which will definitely hurt him as he comes into week number 7, 4th overall in points. Bill Martin will round out your top 5. Jason K. Miller in 6th. Matthew Eddy, Kyle Souza, 7th and 8th. Colin Ullman and Matt Rolfe will round out the top 10. And Matt Rolfe, of course, the hometown hero here at Oxford Plains. One of the drivers here that knows this track better than anybody. Actually goes out here to it in real life. And what a great segue to be able to bring him in and talk about it, as he is going to look for a victory. Kind of coming into week number 7 here, Matt. We go into Oxford Plains, your home track. This is familiar territory here for the number 5 NH machine tonight. And tell us, what are your thoughts coming into week number 7, 10th overall in the series points, and you're now on home turf?
Yeah, it's been a tough season. I've been running well for most of it. Just had some bad luck here and there. Been running top 5, top 10 for a couple of these races and just had something happen. So I'm glad to be home, so to speak. I like this track, obviously. I'll like it even more if we get some green flag runs in, have that second groove open up. That's kind of where I'd like to run if it's available, but once we have some cautions, we'll end up being back down towards the bottom probably. So it's a tough race. Hopefully we can kind of settle in here early on, get a bunch of green flag laps. That would help, I think, everyone's race overall, and then kind of go from there. But yeah, it's nice to be on home turf. I know Krikorian won last week out in Irwindale, which is his home track, so that was pretty cool for him. So maybe we can replicate that, but it's going to be tough out here.
Well, again, Heights Pride coming on board. I know you always like to talk about your sponsors here, and Heights Pride coming on board for this one here tonight. And Heights Pride, we've seen them for the last couple of seasons making some quality leather products. And I guess the thing that blew my mind the most was that they could make anything from a wallet all the way up to a saddle, any type of leather product. What was your what was your connection to Heights Pride, and what brought them on board as a sponsor?
Well, one of our league members, Mark Royer, he knows the guy that kind of owns and runs Heights Pride, so he offered to kind of help step up and support the league on his behalf. So it's been cool to have both Mark and Craig Pearson, that owns Heights Pride, on board the last couple of seasons. They've been a big supporter of not just the Super Series, but some of our other events and series as well. So can't thank them enough. They've been a big help over the past couple of years, couple seasons for sure. And yeah, they do a lot of great products. It doesn't really always kind of relate to, when you think about it, racing and leather products, it doesn't go hand in hand, but they have a lot of cool products that anyone can use, like you said, from belts to wallets to saddle products, anything you can think of that's got leather on it, they can probably do. So if anyone's interested in looking at that stuff, definitely hit them up. But they've been a great supporter, so that's been cool.
I guess if you was to take it back a step in time, maybe leather helmets probably in the 40s, 20, 30, 40s, and 50s would have been relevant to racing. So, but not this day and age. Maybe, I don't know, you can't even really have a leather steering wheel or leather wrap on your steering wheel anymore. But yeah, definitely really neat to see that here tonight. And it's, as always, glad, we're getting close. Probably, I guess, we're probably a little bit past midway point in the season. Coming up next week, though, we have a major event. Do you want to go ahead and make an announcement that before we get into tonight's race?
Yeah, so coming up the week of November 13th to 16th is our H&H Sign and Supply Fall Brawl Spectacular. That's our major super late model event the past 3 years. So I've been a little bit delayed in getting some of the registrations and open for that because I've been moving this past weekend. But starting tomorrow, I'm going to try to get some registrations up for that. So all these drivers in here and any other drivers looking to race in that can run the super late model 250 lap race at Five Flags. We'll be running that in a couple of weeks. And usually we have a lot of top name guys, anyone from your time at jet ski races in NASCAR. You'll have your peak antifreeze series guys. The last couple of years we've had PJ Sturgis and some others come run, plus all the top guys in this league that are already running week to week. So it's going to be a pretty competitive show, pretty good show to watch. We had an excellent race last season. We're hoping to replicate that, and it's definitely our biggest event and the one we're looking forward to the most.
And I said next week. I guess it is in a couple of weeks, so apologies on that. But I know you always got to choose yourself because it's being home turf. If you had to pick another driver here, I'm going to throw a wild card at you. If you had to pick another driver out here on the track tonight, which driver do you think has a good chance of beating you here at Oxford Plains?
Well, pretty much anyone that can get up front early in the race that has a fast enough car, it's going to be hard to get by them. It's a tough track to pass that unless the outside comes in. So for anyone that can kind of get up front early on, I know Derek Robinson, he qualified up front for a change. He's starting in the 20s or teens at least, so he's got a good chance up here. But you also have Bill Martin, who is good every week. David Krikorian's won twice. He's starting up front. Spearman, Joe Schaefer, all those guys are starting up in the top 10. So I think any of those guys realistically have a shot here. And who knows, you might even see guys come from further back too. But I'd say anyone that's starting up in the front 10 are your best bets here early on.
All right, Matt. Well, appreciate the time. We'll stop back in and get your final thoughts on tonight's race. And best of luck to you out there at Oxford Plains.
All right, thank you.
There you have it, folks. Matt Rolfe stopping in to give his pre-race thoughts here before we kick off the HeightsPride.com 150 race, 150 laps around the 3/8 mile track. And again, 32 cars here tonight. It's qualified. Only 30 can make the field, so the fortunate two not able to join in on the fun. It'll be a 7-car invert. And David Krikorian, after winning last week, will start back in 10th. That is a league rule. The winner always starts 10th the following race. So he'll have 10 positions, well, I guess 9 positions to go to get up front, and we'll see what happens here. And some of the guys having a little bit of fun here before they get underway. Should be calling them in any time now, and we'll get down and get you tonight's starting lineup. Here again, week number 7 in the Tundra Super Sim Series. We showed you the partners earlier. We'll bring them back throughout the race as well. Again, appreciate you tuning in on the Digital Forge Broadcasting Network, whether you got us through Facebook Live, YouTube, or Twitch TV. Always a pleasure to have your viewership out here this Thursday night and each every night that we do get out here in broadcast. Final closing seconds here before we get down to that starting grid. They'll be calling in the cars, and we'll go racing 150 laps here around Oxford Plains. And their race control is calling them in, so let's get down there and get you tonight's starting lineup. And here is what tonight's starting lineup looks like. It's going to be the number 56 of Brandon Wilkerson on the pole position after the 7-car invert. Trevor Edwards will be to his outside. Derek Robinson, Bill Martin back there in row number 2. Rounding out your top 5, Ty Spearman. Inside of row number 3, we'll have Joe Schaefer Jr., their series points leader, to the outside. Landon Siaka, Drew Kryback, row number 4. Samuel Roush, David Krikorian, last week's winner, will start 10th and the outside of that 5th row. Looking on back, Kyle Souza, Matthew Eddy, Jason Miller, Ben Nile, Matt Rolfe, Alan Pajari, Darryl Hamlin, Zachary Onan, Clay Snyder, Robert Arch. In 20th, Michael Osdek, Trevor Williams, Michael Beamish, Chris Shannon, Michael Baxter. Can we get enough Michaels in here? Cody Brinson, Mason Dunn, Craig Hopkins, David Blisk, I believe, and Colin Allman will round out your 30-car field. And take a look at that field right there, folks, as they are ready to go racing. The pace car now starts to pull off. It'll be a 2-lap pace. And there we up to the high cam as they make their way around. The next time we'll see the green flag. As they make their way into turn number 1, ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of HydesPride.com, the Sim-Auto Racing Association, iRacing.com, and the Digital Forge Broadcasting Network, I am Dustin Caldwell, and we're ready to go racing here at Oxford Plains. 150 laps of pure super late model race action coming at you. Wilkerson to take us to the green. Here we go. Pace cars in. Green flag is out. We're underway. And taking a look up front, here they come. Turns 1 and 2, Trevor Edwards to the outside of Brandon Wilkerson, trying to get over, and he'll take over the race lead. Into turn number 3, Bill Martin, the 39 machine, out there just as the caution flag comes out into lap number 3, and the pace car will be back out on the track. And we got a few cars in the mix of all of this. We'll go back and follow the 29 of Mason Dunn, as I think he's going to come into this one. As we come up to the high cam, there is a little bit of a hiccup, and it looks like Joe Schaefer Jr. involved in it. The number 6 machine had been turned around. And wow, he's going to go back to 26th position, starting 6th here tonight. So back he will go. How about Trevor Edwards? In the first 3 laps, getting it to the outside of Brandon Wilkerson, the number 56 car, who is now in 2nd. Bill Martin, trying to creep up, was working on 3rd and his way towards a 2nd position run. Again, this is probably one of the most difficult tracks you will find out here in iRacing, folks. A lot of people call it the fishbowl. It's pretty much running a rim here. Very little straightaway. This is about all you get. And when you're at high speeds, it could be a turn, but we're ready to go back green. Here we go. Lights off the pace car. It'll be in this time, and Trevor Edwards will bring us back to the green. Green flag flies into lap number 7. And Edwards carrying the race lead through turns 1 and 2. Bill Martin makes his way up into 2nd. Wilkerson falls back to 5th. Spearman and Krybeck have moved up a position respectively. And there is the 69 of Derek Robinson on the move as well. Robinson started 6th. He's up 3 positions now, right in front of the 14 of Kyle Souza. And taking it back up to the high cam to catch all the action, Robinson. Taking a look to the inside of Wilkerson, and another caution flag's going to come out. And Colin Allman spun in turn number 4. Let's go back and take a look. And just as we dialed it back, let's go back and take a look yet again. Colin Ullman back behind the number 6 of Joe Schaefer Jr. in this one. See if this is a self-induced spin here. As the number 21 of Landon Siaka right behind him. Siaka's going to get a little bit of a bumper tag there, and that is going to spin out that 67 of Colin Allman. There is your race leader, Trevor Edwards, with a total of 12 laps led so far. Some good hard racing early on, some guys getting some positions, and a few of them getting out of control traction-wise and causing a couple of cautions early on. Here's a look at your top five. It's Edwards, Martin, Spearman, Krybeck, and Wilkinson, excuse me. Lights should be off the pace car the next time by. And we'll be back green on lap number 16. Trevor Edwards in the Glazers 32 to set that pace. Pace car's in. The green flag flies. And Edwards screams out to a 2/10 of a second lead over the field. And through turn number 3, almost to a half a second lead. Bill Martin back in second. Ty Spearman now in third. Krybeck in fourth. Derek Robinson, the 69, back in fifth. And back behind Kyle Souza is Matt Rolfe and Jason Miller. Miller on the high side of Calais Snyder, Krikorian, and Alan Pajari. A little side-by-side action back there in the battle there for 12. Pajari currently has it over Darrell Hamlin. Krikorian's up in 11th. And Krikorian now has Jason Miller to the outside. Miller's going to lose a little pace here through turns 1 and 2. Hamlin in the Kingsford Charcoal Machine to the inside of Alan Pajari as they come through turn number 4 into the front stretch. And the laps are going to wind down quick here tonight. Taking a look back up front with the 3/10 of a second lead is the 32 of Trevor Edwards over the 39 of Bill Martin. Into turn numbers 1 and 2 here on lap 22. Wilkinson back in 6th. The car started in the pole position here tonight. Now has the 14 of Kyle Souza seeking a possible inside pass. Robinson putting the pressure on Krybeck. He's going to look to the outside to see if he can get some momentum. Already, if you look down to the inside, the darkening of that inside groove, folks, that is all the rubber that's laid down since the start of this race. 24 laps have been complete, and take a look at that line. It is darkening in quick. Expect to see some of these guys go to the outside, hoping that they will have more effort and a lot more success on that outside groove. And Trevor Edwards, earlier in the season, probably about 2-3 races ago, came out and dominated. It's the only driver out there here on the Digital Forge Broadcasting Network that we've seen to go from green to checkered and lead them all. And the race that he did that was the local Toco Designs 150 back on October 19th at South Boston Speedway. Ironically, just the night before, the Wednesday night on the 18th, came out and won a non-winners race at Five Flag Speedway to qualify for the Fall Brawl Spectacular that's coming up in 2 weeks. So some amazing feats there, and now Edwards with a total of 28 laps led, soon to be 29 as he crosses that start-finish line, heading into lap 30. He's led them all but one. And now Bill Martin closing in that gap. Less than 0.2 of a second. Martin's looking good on the outside as they are going to head into some lap traffic. And that Skittles machine just ahead. Who is going to get stuck behind it? The side-by-side action for the race lead as Bill Martin seeks the outside move here. Edwards stays down low. Let's see what happens here. And a split of the lap car. Right around them they go. Beautiful move by both drivers to get around lap traffic. And now Bill Martin takes over the race lead. Our second lead change of the night just as they come into lap traffic again. And how about that? Bill Martin getting it done. Trevor Edwards still in second. But Bill Martin, no, has taken over the race lead. We'll see his fourth lap led as he heads into lap 37 here tonight. More lap traffic ahead. What is going to happen here? And as we seek to get you some more action, how about the action between Ty Spearman and Derek Robinson? Robinson back behind him, looking to the inside. Not able to get underneath the 92, so he will stay behind him in fourth position. Kyle Souza, and look at all this traffic. Souza is going to squeak out of it. Krybeck Snyder near 3 wide action. Krikorian through the inside to the outside of Snyder. Right behind the number 12 of Krybeck. Matt Rolfe just ahead in 7th position. It's a 3-car battle here for 8th. Snyder's got it. Krybeck's working an outside groove. And as we go up to the high cam to show you the perspective, Darrell Hamlin creeping up in now. Oh, a little contact between Krybeck and Snyder. Krybeck goes up and Krikorian. Oh, what a chain reaction. Off the track they go. We stay green. Unbelievable. Caution flag gets called. Krikorian went into the side of Krybeck, who in turn went into the side of Hamlin and spun Hamlin. Wow, let's go back and take a look. So here is the battle up front. Drew Krybeck, the number 12 machine, to the outside. You're going to see the 66 get into the back of him. The contact will happen right there off turn 4 between Snyder and Krybeck. Krikorian seeks to the inside, turns Drew Krybeck. Krybeck comes down into Hamlin. Around goes Hamlin. Hamlin off the track. And Krybeck himself will be off the track. Unbelievable. Just the intensity of short track racing here in Oxford Plains And a small little miscalculation ends up into a 3-car contact or 4-car contact, 2 of which end up in the dirt. So the caution flag comes out. Here's a look at your race summary out of the 46 laps complete here tonight. 1 lead change, official lead change, I guess you could call it, even though we've had about 3 total cautions on the night. And again, you're watching the HeightsPride.com 150, week number 7 in the Tundra Super Sim Series out here in Oxford Plains. Glad you could be with us to watch this. And I tell you what, folks, if you're just tuning in for the first time out here on the Digital Forge Broadcasting Network, one thing I can promise you is this league and this series does not fall short of delivering some great dramatic racing. This is the type of racing you want to watch from the green, the initial green, to the final checker of the night, as these guys can and will deliver on some drama. So Bill Martin will bring us back to green on lap number 50. Trevor Edwards to the outside. Spearman and Robinson are rounding out your front 4. Pace car looking to dive off. Here we go. There goes the pace car. Here comes the green. We're back to the race. So Bill Martin shoots out to about a 4/10 of a second lead, is cut short out of turn number 2 as Trevor Edwards able to pick up some real estate on the 39. Just ahead, and Ty Spearman now looking to put some pressure here on Trevor Edwards in hopes of a battle for second position. Little side-by-side action with Souza back there in the battle for 5th position. Wilkinson underneath of him trying to get up into 5th. He's back in 6th currently. And now Spearman underneath Trevor Edwards. What a battle out of turn number 2. Ty Spearman taking over second position, forcing the 32 to the outside, and here comes Robinson. Great side-by-side action into the first couple turns here on lap 54. And as you can see, Ty Spearman pulling away, clearing Trevor Edwards. And now Derek Robinson underneath as well is going to look to clear the 32 in the front stretch. Leading on into turns 1 and 2 here on lap 55. It's the double nickel. Back up to the high cams to show you the field here. And Spearman just ahead. Running a dangerous line there as Robinson was looking underneath. And he closed in on him. Oh, is that going to get close? At the possibly seeking out a little bit of room. And here comes Derek Robinson. Robinson underneath Ty Spearman. Caution flag comes out. Robinson's got the nose over Spearman, so he will be in second at time of the caution. And I believe there was a couple of cars involved in this one. And a quick caution it was. Told it was a minor misturn on it. Wasn't exactly a spin out as we had thought. And while we're under caution light number 4 here tonight, let's take a look at the Sim Auto Racing Association's partner for the Tundra Super Sim Series. Of course, your title sponsor, Tundra Super Late Models. If you're up in the Wisconsin area and want to see a great Super Late Model Racing League, they have about 8 to 10 races a season. You can find them on the web. Check out Tundra Super Late Models. Midwest Power Source Inc. has been on for a sponsorship, one of the other major sponsors here this season. They repair a lot of diesel engines, anything from a locomotive all the way up to a ferry boat. that you would take to go to an island. Just really need to check them out as well. HeightsPride.com, Callaway Investments, DonutDesigns.com, Loco Toco Designs, The Car Show, Area 52 Designs, JVM Racing, and Down East Chassis Works, as well as The Posse. Those are your partners here this Thursday night for the Tundra Super Sim Series. And again, tonight, HeightsPride.com sponsoring this race for the HeightsPride.com 150 here at Oxford Plains. So Bill Martin in front of the field. Here is a look at your current top 5 as it stands. It's Martin, Robinson, Spearman, Edwards, and Souza. Lights come off the pace car into lap number 62. Martin to bring us back to the green. That pace car is going to dive for the pits. Derek Robinson to the outside. There goes the pace car. Green flags back in the air. And just as we got back under the green, the caution flag comes right back out. And I think the number 34 may have been involved in this one. Let's go back and take a look. So there is Alan Pajari. He was a little bit slow. Not sure if he actually was involved. Looks like he may have came into the caution, and there it is up ahead. So it looked like the number 18 of Michael Osdijk was involved in this caution. Osdijk with the 29 behind him. Not sure if he was directly involved or through complication. I know a couple of cars right up ahead just had a few contact in there. Osdijk and Chris Shannon in the 132 came into it. There's your two race leaders, Bill Martin and Derek Robinson up front. Lights off that pace car. We're ready to get back green on lap number 69. Pace car's in. Here we go. Green flag flies. Side by side action continues. Ty Spearman looking underneath Derek Robinson. Souza ahead of Edwards, now into fourth. Matt Rolfe making an appearance in the top 5. That's the number 5 car in 5th. Caution flag comes out again. And again, some cars having some contact issues tonight. Here's a look at your summary. Out of the 71 complete, close to the halfway point, 6 total cautions. We're going to step away for a short commercial break. When we come back, more race action to come your way, folks. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Introducing a whole new form of racing to the best online racing simulation in the world. This is dirt racing on iRacing.com. Race online at some of America's most legendary dirt tracks, including Eldora and Williams Grove. iRacing is the premier online racing game featuring NASCAR, IndyCar, sports cars, and now World of Outlaws, the leading sanctioning body for dirt racing. iRacing is easy to use and features a centralized ranking system to make sure you have the best experience at any skill level. With a massive inventory of high-precision laser scan tracks and cars with an unmatched dedication to quality and detail, iRacing gives you the most authentic online racing experience available. Thanks to iRacing's dynamic track system, developed specifically for dirt racing, tracks change over the course of a race, just like your favorite dirt track on a Friday or Saturday night. From a slick racing groove all the way up to the cushion, iRacing's dirt tracks deliver non-stop racing action. Partnered with the World of Outlaws, iRacing is your source for the most authentic dirt racing experience available, featuring 4 brand new tracks and 11 new cars, including street stocks, Legends cars, late models, NASCAR trucks, winged and non-winged sprint cars, with much more on the way. Join the Dirt Revolution on iRacing.com and start slinging mud today.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. It is Thursday night here on the Digital Forge Broadcasting Network, the HeightsPride.com 150 at Oxford Plains. Week number 7 in the Tundra Super Sim Series. Into lap 82 towards 83, Bill Martin now has 50 laps led on the night as he's carrying over an 0.8 of a second lead. Second position is the 14 of Kyle Souza. Right behind him, though, the 69 of Derek Robinson. Matt Rolfe now up into 4th. Rolfe here tonight started 15th on his home turf, looking to do some damage here. Now looking to the inside of Robinson as Robinson swings wide through turns 3 and 4, leaving opportunity knocking here for the number 5 of Rolfe. And as we look down at the low cam, again tonight, got to let you know tonight's cams brought to you by Ryan Eckstein Cams. Does a great job of getting us up close and intimate with these super late model machines. And now Rolfe looking to the inside. Robinson yet again swinging wide. You got to wonder how long it's going to be and what the endurance is going to be for that number 5, if he's going to be able to get underneath him, and he will. As they come through the front stretch into the first turn. Yet again, the battle through 3 and 4. Side-by-side action. Robinson has an opportunity to get by Souza and pick up second. He can't quite do it at this point. They are side by side. As Bill Martin comes out of turn number 4, 90 laps now complete. Into lap 91 they go. 58 led for the 39. Another driver here tonight that's led some laps is the 32 of Trevor Edwards, who's actually led 32 laps here at Oxford Plains. Robinson, a little bit of endurance on the outside, paying off for him here. He's got a nose over Souza and maybe going to work on it. And again, take a look at the darkening of the track. The preferred line down in the lower groove. And it looks like Derek Robinson is dipping in and out of that groove, using it through the turns to his advantage. And now Matt Rolfe, side by side with Souza, is going to swing by here and possibly clear him in turn 2. Through the back stretch. Rolfe now into third. Closer to triple digits and 50 to go, as 94 are now complete. Bill Martin's working his way through lap traffic here. There's the 97 machine just ahead. Martin's going to look to the outside. David Blisk in the 97 car. Drew Krybeck down in the lower groove. Got involved in a caution earlier this evening. How about the drivers in second position? Derek Robinson still trying to stay ahead of Matt Rolfe. Seeks the inside here of Drew Krybeck. And now Matt Rolfe underneath as well. Ty Spearman, who was up into second position, back to fourth. Souza has fallen back into fifth. Just outside of the top 5 is Trevor Edwards in sixth. And Brandon Wilkinson, who had started in the pole position, ironically due to a 7-car invert, is in seventh. How about 3-wide action through turns 3 and 4? Krybeck on the high side, Edwards, Souza side by side. Nice little battle here for fifth. Edwards has got it to Ty Spearman, the 92 car just ahead. And again, some more lap traffic. You got the number 62 car up in the mix as well. That is Zachary Onan. And Edwards will clear Souza to hold on to that top 5 spot. Derek Robinson getting passed by the number 5 of Matt Rolfe, who is in second position, but at a deficit of about 1 3/4 seconds behind Bill Martin. He is picking up just a little bit, a few hundredths here and there. But we are under 50 laps, soon to be 45 laps remaining the next time by. And the high cam showing you the gap between Bill Martin and Matt Rolfe. As Rolf goes through turns 1 and 2, there you can see Edwards just exiting the turn. How about Matthew Eddy tonight, up into the top 10? Started 12th, he's up into 9th position. Driver who's been looking stronger and stronger this season as each week progresses. Clay Snyder, more of your dirt car driver. He favors dirt over asphalt, but he does enjoy from time to time running this super late model, so call it his part-time hobby. Caution flag's going to come out here on lap 108. And Jason Miller involved in this one. Let's go back and take a look. Miller in the Ford underneath the number 26 car. Battling side by side, and whoa, right off the side of the 28 machine, up into the 26, who tried to go wide as well, and then back with a little head-on collision with the 26 car or 28 car of Craig Hawkins, running the Skittles paint scheme there, and unfortunately Miller will end up off the track as a result. So less than 40 laps now remain. Into the 111 they go. 78 of them belong to that guy who's up front, the 39 of Bill Martin. And again, tonight you are watching the HeightsPride.com 150 in Oxford Plains Speedway. Week number 7 in the Tundra Super Sim Series. Whether you're getting us out there on Facebook Live, YouTube, or Twitch TV, we appreciate your viewership this Thursday night. Still in search of some good leagues out there to be able to bring some great racing to you. So if you know anybody out there running some good iRacing leagues, some great racing, short track racing, I should say, that is 1 mile or less, and majority tracks have to be under 1 mile. Doesn't matter pretty much what it is, within reason, I guess. Had some interesting requests over the years. We got to kind of stipulate, people want to see some good short track racing, asphalt or dirt, folks. We are interested. Send a message to us out there on Facebook. And as always, if you got us on Facebook, give us a like, give us a share. If you're on YouTube, give us a subscribe. Here we go. Back to green on lap 114, Martin and Rolf. Green flag flies. With the caution flag coming out, that reeled in almost a 2-second gap for Matt Rolf to Bill Martin. Oh, and somebody's going to go through a heavy hit on the infield. Not exactly sure who it was. And the 19 of Samuel Roush with some heavy damage, smoking into the pits. Let's go back and take a look. Krybeck and Roush getting into it. And that is the cause there of the 19 of Samuel Roush. Bring it back just a little bit further here. We're going to follow And Samuel Roush just getting loose off of turn number 2. And how about Landon Siaka? Landon Siaka is going to go through a heavy hit right off, and that is the car we saw nearly get airborne. And again, Kryback Roush getting into it. Roush is actually going to tag Hamlin. And a miss by the 97, and what a job by the 40 machine. Michael Beamish to be able to get out away from it. So again, another caution reeling in Matt Rolfe to Bill Martin, who has had a great substantial run. 87 laps now led for the 39 just as the lights come off the pace car. It'll be 30 laps to go when we get back green. Matt Rolfe, gotta wonder if he's got the short run setup in mind where Bill Martin gets faster as we stay more under the green. Pace car looking to get off. There it goes. Green flags back in the air. Here we go. Derek Robinson looking underneath Matt Rolfe. Bill Martin surges out to a 0.3 of a second lead. Rolfe, though, clears Robinson. Trevor Edwards on the outside of Ty Spearman. And a battle for fourth. A little side-by-side action for you right there. Out of turn number 2, Kyle Souza looking to the inside. And Bill Martin, though, towards a 0.5 second lead over Matt Rolfe. 92 laps led. The next time by, it'll be 25 to go. Bill Martin looking for his first victory this season. Came into week number 7 in the top 5, actually 5th position in points. The guy behind him 10th overall in points. For tonight, Bill Martin's had 3 top 5s, 4 top 10s. Can he get to victory lane here tonight, or will Matt Rolfe upset him? It'll be 20 to go the next time by. Kyle Souza and Trevor Edwards going at it for 5th. Edwards gets free. Souza, I think, got down on the curb. And that slowed him up, and that's going to send Ty Spearman around as well. Brandon Wilkinson. Wilkinson now in front of Souza. Snyder to the outside of Joe Schaefer Jr., your series points leader. Single file action yet again, but back up front. Under 20 to go. Matt Rolfe putting the pressure on Bill Martin. Martin, 101 laps led, and now Matt Rolfe looking to the inside. What is going to happen? It'll be 15 to go the next time they cross the start-finish line. Matt Rolfe looking to upset Bill Martin. Can he do it? What a battle for the race lead. 15 laps to go. The side-by-side racing continues. Rolfe's got a nose out of 4 over Bill Martin. But Martin denies him a lap led at the line. What a battle for the race lead. It continues into lap 138. And Matt Rolfe now 3/4 of a car length out of 2. We may get an additional lap led here. He's already got one. He had him at the line. What a finish that lap was. And it swings back to the 39 of Martin. And look up ahead. Lap traffic ahead. What is going to happen? Closing in on 10 laps to go here in week number 7. Oh, and Bill Martin's going to get hung up on the lap car. That 28 machine of Hawkins. And now Matt Rolfe's got a car length over Martin. Robinson looking to close the gap on Bill Martin. Oh, and here comes more lap traffic. It's going to slow up Bill Martin just a little bit, the 97. With 9 remaining. Matt Rolfe on his home turf, taking over the race lead. 4 laps led for the number 5 with 8 to go. Zachary Onen, the lap car, the number 62 just ahead. 7 now remain. Matt Rolfe 0.3 of a second over Bill Martin. Laps winding down. It'll be 5 to go the next time by. Onen goes low underneath the line. Allows the leaders to pass by. 5 laps remain. Bill Martin, who has dominated 106 laps tonight, falls back to second. With 4 to go, is at a deficit of 0.4 of a second. Derek Robinson tonight, back there in 3rd. And Rolfe continuing to pull away from the 39, now close to a 0.5 second lead. The next time by, it will be the white flag. Here we go. Working our way through turn number 4. White flag in the air. 1 more to go. Edwards and Spearman having a great battle as well. Off of turn number 4. Can Bill Martin make a run for it? Doesn't look like it's going to get there. And your winner in week number 7, the number 5 of Matt Rolfe. Making his way into the front stretch, the T4X Toyota Camry of Matt Rolfe winning on his home turf here tonight. Derek Robinson coming in 3rd. Bill Martin, a heartbreak loss, will finish 2nd tonight. And there you have it, folks. Matt Rolfe. Final summary for you on the screen. Out of the 150 complete here tonight, 8 total cautions, 4 lead changes. And we'll bring up your results on the screen. Going to look to get a driver interview with third place finisher here tonight, the number 69 of Derek Robinson. Derek, what a good night for you here tonight. You had to battle your way up into the top 5 as well as up into the top 3. And you were working that lower groove here tonight. Didn't have quite enough to get up there and battle those guys for the race lead. But overall, I believe it was a solid night for the 69 machine here tonight. Tell us a little bit about it.
Yeah, I actually qualified good for once, which is amazing. So I don't know what happened there, but so I started up front and just kind of took my time there in the first part of the race. We had a few too many cautions the first part, so it was kind of biding my time. And once we started going there, I was able to kind of pick my way up and got up to third, and just couldn't get any further. Got stuck on the outside in some restarts, which kind of hurt. But other than that, it was a good night. Bill was just a little bit faster than me, and then of course Matt made his way on up here and took the lead, and I think we put on a good show there at the end.
You've always been one of the guys to keep an eye on because you tend to, no matter where you start, you could always find your way up into the top 5. And tonight, you got your podium finish here. Is there any additional thanks or shout-outs you'd like to give?
Yeah, I'd like to thank Matt for the set. Just made a few changes. We have a little bit different driving styles, so it's made a little changes to it. And so thanks to him for the set. Probably be 2 podiums in a row. Had a really good set last week at Irwindale and just got caught up in a wreck. But that's in the past, and looking forward to next week after a couple good runs.
Well, congratulations on finishing third here tonight, and we look forward to seeing you in action next week at Southern National.
All right, thanks, brother.
There you have it, folks. Derek Robinson, the number 69 car, coming in third place here tonight. And this guy, sponsored by the Car Show, tonight had a dominant, and I mean dominant race out of a 150-lap race. Bill, tonight you come in, you dominate 106 laps of this race after passing Trevor Edwards, who had led 32 laps of this race. And the car just was on a rail. At one point, almost a 2-second lead over the rest of the field. And unfortunately, cautions tonight being the bane of your potential victory here. And unfortunately, Matt Rolfe able to wear you down towards the end. Tell us a little bit about what happened with the car. I know we saw you kind of swinging wide out of turn number 2 and trying to get some more edge out of the groove. Were you trying to pick up some additional rubber? Did you have a push? What kind of things were happening on the car towards the end?
Well, I saw there was about 25 laps to go, so I was moving to the top because I knew just one sec. I knew that I was going to end up getting overpowered by Matt if I didn't move up there, and I may have gone too early, but it was really the only chance that I had. And the yellow flags are the reason I got the lead that I got in the first place. People battling and whatnot, and I was able to tell a little easier up front where the groove was going to be. You've got nothing to worry about when you're up front. There's a big enough lead because of the battles, but overall, Matt deserved to win the race because he was by far the fastest car. It's just if there weren't any yellow flags, he never would have got there. Fortunately for Matt, there was a bunch.
Well, it's always tough to come in second position, especially after such a dominant night. But coming into week number 7, you're 5th overall in points, definitely helping the cause out, finishing, in the top 3 here this evening. And next week we got Southern National on tap. What are your thoughts about that track?
I haven't given it the slightest thought. I didn't give tonight a thought. This is the first night I didn't make a setup for the race. But that's not true. We raced at another track I didn't either. I think it was the Bull Ring. I don't know how to set up for that track, so we let Joe do it. But this one I didn't prepare for. I wasn't going to run this race just because I like a lot of guys on the track, I'm not very fond of the track. It's a circle for crying out loud. But yeah, I ended up with a pretty good finish, so I'm looking forward to next week, but I haven't given it much thought yet.
Well, either way, still a heck of a job done here tonight at Oxford Plains. Do you have any thanks or shout-outs you'd like to give for your runner-up finish?
Well, I'd like to thank Joe because he worked on the setup. Him and Ty Spearman both did. Joe says it had my name on it originally. I'm pretty sure I didn't build it though. I'm pretty sure it was one of James Linky Winks, James Lemmy Winks setups, and I modified it a little bit. But Joe put the final touches on it, and it was really good. So thanks a lot to those guys.
Well, congratulations on a job well done here tonight, Bill, and we look forward to seeing you next week out there at Southern National.
Thanks, man. See ya.
There you have it, folks. The number 39 of Bill Martin, the Car Show sponsored machine, finishing in the runner-up slot. And I guess normally we go to this guy to get his final thoughts, but we might get a twofer here. Talking about it, always joking about you winning here, Matt. And sure enough, here tonight you pull off the W, claiming victory in a great showdown here at Oxford Plains. Only led 12 laps of this race. Bill Martin dominated the 106 majority of this race, and just looks like with the cautions, kind of things were wearing him down a little bit. Did you have like a short till a mid-range setup in mind tonight, thinking that you're going to have some cautions and planning for a potential run towards the end?
To be honest, no. I think this car was just really good on short runs and long runs. We had one of the long runs early on in the race, and I picked off a bunch of cars. Was able to use the outside a little bit, and then when I got held up on the outside, I was able to make passes down bottom too. So the car was really hooked up on the long run and short run. The cautions, it probably made the groove move down, more than it normally would if we had a long run. So I think that actually came in my favor a little bit tonight because Bill looked a little bit tight and looked like he was running the outside groove most of the night. So down towards the late stages of the race, he was still trying to use that outside a little bit, and it actually helped me out to get at least a nose under him and then go from there.
Well, you're only coming into tonight 10th overall in points, just 2 points behind Colin Allman, about 154 down from Joe Schaefer Jr. Win definitely propels you closer to that top slot, and I know you've had a previous season championship under your belt as well. And here we are next week number 8, going to the Southern National Motorsports Park for the Posse Shootout there. What are your thoughts as the final weeks begin to close in out of this 11-week season?
Well, I think as far as my points hopes, I've had a couple bad races, and even with the drops, I don't think I'll be anywhere in contention. Guys like Joe and Krikorian and I know Adam Benefield wasn't here tonight, but he'll have a couple drop races he can use to kind of gain some points back there. But we're heading into Southern National next week, and that is one of Joe's best tracks. And so being the points leader, if he can just get out of there with a good night, I think he'll probably extend his points lead. But it's a tight little bull ring. This track here tonight was a bull ring too, but that one's got some, steep banking in the corners, and so it's a different kind of short track, but it'll be pretty fun.
Definitely looking forward to it. Do you have any additional thanks or shout-outs you want to give for your win here at Oxford Plains?
Just got to thank my teammates, the T4X guys in here tonight, Clay, Derek, and Daryl. Each of us had a good run. I know Daryl got caught up in something, but before that he was running pretty good. So I think we had a pretty good setup overall. So thanks to them as always. And I guess thanks to Bill. He did leave me a little bit of a lane there. I was thinking he would have tried to hold the bottom a little bit more, but after that restart, it took me a few laps to kind of get gathered up, and then once I got there, he had kind of chosen his line, and it worked out in my favor. So, but at least we raced clean, we raced side by side for a number of laps, and that's always fun. So, other than that, we'll thank the sponsors, which we normally do at the end of the night.
All right. Well, congratulations, Matt, on your victory here at Oxford Plains. Definitely looking to see you continue on here in the coming weeks.
All right, thanks.
Well, there you have it, folks. Doesn't necessarily need to get his final thoughts as he's going to take the victory tonight. Matt Rolfe picks up the win, week number 7 out here at Oxford Plains in the Tundra Super Sim Series. Bill Martin, after a dominant night, 106 laps led, will come in second. Derek Robinson, who had a great night here, will finish in third. Ty Spearman and Trevor Edwards, though, and I got to bring it at this point out here, folks, though we were focused in on the great battle towards the end, these two cars were side by side at least for 7 laps. And a great battle swinging either way, and Ty Spearman edging out the 32 of Trevor Edwards to take fourth. Edwards will round out your top 5. Kyle Souza, Brandon Wilkinson will have a great night as well. Wilkinson started in the pole position after the 7-car invert, and ironically finishes 7th here tonight. Clay Snyder, Ben Nile, Joe Schaefer Jr., your series points leader, will finish 10th. As we look on back, David Krikorian, who won last week at Irwindale, started 10th tonight, will lose one position and finish 11th. Michael Baxter, Matthew Eddy, Mason Dunn, Michael Beamish through 15. David Blisk, Chris Shannon, Craig Hawkins, Zachary Owen, and Alan Pajari through 20. And your field tonight, Robert Arch, Michael Ostik, Samuel Rouse, Darrell Hamlin, Landon Siaka, Drew Krybeck, Jason Miller, Cody Brinson, Trevor Williams, and Colin Allman through 30. Always a special shout out to of the partners, Tundra Super Late Models, for coming on board for the Tundra Super Sim Series. Midwest Power Source Inc., HeightsPride.com, Callaway Investments, DonutsDesigns.com, Loco Toco Designs, The Car Show, Area 52 Designs, JVM Racing, Down East Chassis Works, and The Posse. Your sponsors for this Thursday and every Thursday night through the Tundra Super Sim Series. Well, that is going to bring a close to week number 7. And again, week number 8 coming up next Thursday night. Going to be at Southern National Motorsports Park for the Posse Shootout. That is going to be one heck of a race to watch at 4/10 of a mile track. Going to deliver on some great racing. And it will be 150 laps. It's a night race out there. So you definitely want to put that one on your calendar. Keep an eye out as we bring up the scheduled YouTube event as well as a scheduled Facebook Live event. So you can share it with your friends and tune in and watch 9:55 on Facebook and on YouTube. Appreciate you tuning in this lovely Thursday night, ladies and gentlemen, for the HeightsPride.com 150. But that will do it for us. I am Dustin Caldwell saying thanks for watching. We'll see you next Thursday night here on the Digital Forge Broadcasting Network.